morning, I'm Sarah Sapsanamba and these are the top stories so far. Parliamentary Committee assigns the corruption watchdog CIAA to investigate into alleged irregularities in sugar price hike. Chief of Army Staff Thapa says Nepal Army prepared to make way for greater transparency in the days ahead. Claims of maximum efforts to sweep off corruption. Hurricane Michael leaves an unimaginable destruction as it plows through coastal areas of Florida. At least 6 people dead. And Iceland denied its first victory over reigning world champions France as Kylian Mbappe proves catalytic in France's comeback for a 2-2 draw. Let us begin with the latest national political updates. Dashain this year is no different than those in the previous year when it comes to the rising prices for daily consumable items like sugar. The Parliamentary Committees for Public Accounts and Industry and Commerce have both suspected corruption. Meanwhile, the committees have also drawn the attention of the Commission for Investigation of Abuse of Authority, CIAA, suspecting foul play. At the meeting of the Committee for Public Accounts and Industry and Commerce held yesterday, both the committees blamed the government of creating an artificial shortage to hike the prices. While the Public Accounts Committee drew CIA's attention to launch an investigation, the Industry and Commerce Committee alleged the government of letting the price hike scenario go out of hand. Secretary for Industry, Commerce and Supply Ministry, Chandrakumar Ghimire, was left speechless by a volley of questions raised by the lawmakers at the meeting yesterday. Ghimire had opined the need for a different ministry to handle the issue. Based on the government's data, financial transactions of around 400 billion rupees takes place during the festivals of Dasai and Tihar. Businessmen tend to take advantage of the public's extravagance during these festivals by hiking the prices of essential items, among others. Now, the Chief of Nepal Army, Purna Chandra Thapa, has expressed interest in addressing the public concerns and queries regarding Nepal Army's financial transparency and decisions. Addressing the media at an event held at the Army headquarters yesterday, Thapa expressed commitment in improving the working mechanism in the Nepal Army. The interaction with the media was the first instance of the kind in the history of any army chief. Thapa accepted that the lack of transparency posed a serious threat to the reputation of the institution, but said that all efforts were at place to ensure the institution came clean in future. In defense of the Army's decision to use Tri Chandra Hospital's building for commercial purpose, Thapa said the Army needed to do it as the financial support from the state was inadequate. The corruption watchdog CIA has been suggesting an investigation into Nepal Army's financial activities after it came to light that Nepal Army's outstanding expenses were on the rise in recent time. And time now for a short break. For more news, do stay with us. The Narangarh-Muglin road section is one of the busiest in the country, with thousands of vehicles plying the section of the highway, especially during the Dasai festival. In the past, due to the sorry state of the road, there were frequent accidents. Now, with the stretch of the road section well upgraded, the public is experiencing a joyful journey, while transport operators are delighted as well. In this context, we had asked the passengers and vehicle operators regarding the convenience in their journey after the upgrading of the road. In our Public Voice segment, let's take a look at what they had to say.
Public Voice.
बाटो चाहिँ व्यवस्था एकदम राम्रो छ, सहजै छ, अलिकति स्पिड बढी हुन्छ, एक आपसमा अलि कम्पिटिसन जस्तो गरेर अब ठुलो गाडीहरु अलि स्पिडमा चलाउँछ.
पहिला चौडाइ पनि कम थियो, गाडी जाम हुन्थ्यो हैन, लङ टाइम लाग्थ्यो, प्यासेन्जरहरु बाटोमा फसेर जाममा बस्नु पर्थ्यो. बाटो फ्राकिलो र अहिलेको नयाँ पिचले गर्दा अलि सजिलो भएछ, कम टाइम लाग्छ.
बाटोमा जति पनि पुलहरु छन्, ती पुलहरुको अवस्था चाहिँ पहिला जे छ त्यो नै अवस्था छ. पुलहरु अझै त्यो निर्माण गरिएको छैन, जसले गर्दाखेरि अझै पनि त्यो एक्सिडेन्ट हुने सम्भावनाहरु देखिरहेको छ.
जंगली जनावरले अन्डरग्राउन्ड भइरहेछ, त्यो एउटा सहज भयो, किन भन्दा जंगली जनावर हानि भएन. अर्को हाम्रो गाडी चलाउन अब लाइन बाटो ठुलो भएको कारणले गर्दाखेरिमा गाडी ओभरटेकिङ गर्नदेखि लिएर हरेक कुराहरुमा सहज भइरहेको छ.
have more news coming up, but right now it's time for yet another short break. It's now time for our segment Public Pulse, where you text us with your opinion.
Public Pulse.
And your question is, what should be done to control price hikes seen during festival? Your options are A. Stricter monitoring, B. Consumers should be self-aware, and C. Implement business code of conduct. The voting for that question is on. Type NEWS, select your option A, B or C and send it to 34001 to share your opinion with us. With that, it's now time for the sports update.
Sports news.
Now, Nepal will be taking on Singapore today. The last match of the ICC T20 Asia Region Qualifier is being held in Malaysia. The match, which will be played at Biomas Oval in Kuala Lumpur, is scheduled to start this afternoon at 12:15 p.m. Nepal time. Both Nepal and Singapore have remained undefeated in the tournament so far and have already qualified for the second round of the qualifiers. Nepal is facing Singapore for the first time since 2010. Nepal has played 2 T20 matches against Singapore so far, in which Nepal was victorious on both the occasion. Now, Three Star Club has started its A-Division League campaign with a 2-1 win over Friends Club. In the match played at the Anfa complex inside the Bato yesterday, Ranjan Vista and Buddha Chemjung scored a goal each for 3 Star, while Bikash Lama scored a goal for Friends Club. In another match played yesterday itself, Nepal Police Club defeated Jalakil Youth Club 1-0. Ajit Bhandari scored the only goal of the match to ensure the victory for Police Club. Meanwhile, today's first match features a clash between Himalayan Sherpa Club and Armed Police Force APF this morning at 11, while Brigade Boys and Manang Marshangdi face each other at this afternoon at 3. And now, before we wrap up, here's a look at the top stories once again. Parliamentary Committee assigns the corruption watchdog CIAA to investigate into alleged irregularities in sugar price hike. Chief of Army Staff Thapa says Nepal Army prepared to make way for greater transparency in the days ahead, claims of maximum efforts to sweep off corruption. Hurricane Michael leaves an unimaginable destruction as it plows through coastal areas of Florida. At least 6 people dead. And Iceland denied its first victory over reigning world champions France as Kylian Mbappe proves catalytic in France's comeback for a 2-all draw. That's all for the moment. Our next English bulletin will be at 11 this morning. Keep watching Kantipur TV HD for more news and entertainment. Have a great day ahead.